A few months ago, I had posted a video where I happened to mention I've ever only cried over one anime. You know the one. And Nicholas Purcell was rather amazed at my claim, which led to him recommending Anohana, which I've been putting off for quite a while now. I knew it would be a good experience since he recommended it, but the thing was I didn't want to watch anything sad. Not a pride thing. I'm not a supervillain at the top of my castle. Ha ha ha, you other emotional experiences will never make me cry. No, I'm just a cold-hearted person that's difficult to stimulate emotion inside of. Well, I said I'd watch it, and here we are. Is there a number 2 who found the lever for my tear glands? When I saw this cover art on Crunchyroll, I asked myself, gee, I wonder who the mascot character and protagonist are. So Genta is a high school dropout. Hey, Genta's dad, you cool with this? He's been playing video games non-stop. I can't even guess how long. Whatevs, not my kid. Mascot character and top shelf Sweet Pea Mayako is dead. At first I thought she was a manifestation of Genta's wish to see Mayako again that obtained independence from Genta, a concept that might make some of you think back to Gakugarashi or Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but sadly this was confirmed not to be the case beyond reasonable doubt after I got invested. I think they skipped a step in that we never hear about Genta freaking out the first time he met Mayako's ghost. The first moment of the first episode may have been just that, but if so, he was unrealistically calm. I would have expected at least a reference to a time Genta acted like Light Yagami meeting Ryo, but whatevs. So with Mayako back from beyond the grave, all the childhood friends who had grown apart get together for cake and ice cream with tearful reunion hugs and just kidding. Mayako's return is everyone's cause to be absolute weenies to each other. Thing is, only Genta can see Mayako because the plot, so him announcing Mayako's return opens up old wounds for some, especially in those who think he's just crazy. Hey, Mayako, could you get off of Genta's leg for a minute and write them a nice letter to prove you still make an impact on the world? Hey, what's Mayako doing on Earth anyway? Why isn't she in whatever manner of afterlife her universe comes with? Okay, what's her wish? That is one of the most spoiled things I have ever heard in my life, but I like it, it's cute. This mystery quest led to one of Anohana's methods of hooking me. Do you know what they did the majority of episode 2? They played Pokemon, with the goal of obtaining a specific critter. I am easy target. Heads up, the characters do plenty of crying. If you're the sort who cries when other people cry, you're in trouble. I think at least one person cried 7 or 8 out of the 11 episodes, probably more, I didn't count. Some of the reasons for their tears tugged at my heartstrings, but then there's Mayako stressing because she can't communicate with anyone but Genta. Well, if you would stop straddling Genta long enough to write them a note. When I first started the series, I thought the theme was going to be something like the desire to go back to old times, but that is not the case. It becomes abundantly clear the theme is the pain caused by reminders of lost loved ones, which brings in my favorite part of the series, and that's the complexity of all the different ways people are hurt. Genta is hurt by Mayako's presence. Most other characters are hurt by Genta's bringing up Mayako all the time. Some people have been hurting all along by blaming themselves for Mayako's death. Mayako's mom is hurt by the sheer presence of these kids who didn't have the decency to take her daughter's place in death. You feel ready to write that note yet, Mayako? Well done! Amazing what you can achieve when you get up off the boy! Anohana is a good anime. The cute parts are cute, it can land a joke when it feels like it, it has some things I did not see coming, but the premise of the big finale is easy to see coming, and there's one way it tried a little too hard to keep the mood down. I lost count how many times people will say things ranging in weight from simple questions to a love confession, and the other person would just walk away without a word, whether or not it made sense for them to do so, regardless how much of a jerk they had established themselves to be. So the two big questions. 1. Is it good? That actually depends on the viewer's circumstances. The demographic for this are people who are going through a tough time and are getting kinda annoyed at the energy behind all the big fight scenes and the happy slice of life animes. This is something for people to cry with when no one wants to cry with them. I've been pretty upbeat before watching this, so I had a fairly good time, but I definitively can't say a great time. Now the bigger question, did I cry? No, but it was a close one. Closer than Grave of the Fireflies. Not as close as Clannad, though. Before I go, I'd like to address all the people currently typing plastic memories in the comments section. I know someone else is going to try to take another shot at my heart, so let me recap why I shed a tear over Happy Sugar Life. It wasn't because a sad thing happened, but because I was happy. Its lead girl and I have major differences, but what we have in common is a disturbingly long list that I think has grown with each time I've rewatched the series. In fact, it pleases me to announce that when the artist I commission finishes my new character, I will be taking her last name as my own. I'm not saying that the depressing anime you want to recommend will fail to make me cry, nor the relatable anime you're now thinking of will succeed, because I don't know the anime you're thinking of. But if you're looking to make me cry, start with a relatable one. Best case scenario, your suggestion surpasses Happy Sugar Life, and you will have done me a huge favor.